In this lesson, we'll take a look at building a dashboard view with the Analytic Dashboard Designer. Using the designer, you can build and share dashboards, creating interactive views of your data, all in real time. So here's a dashboard that gives me some insight into how my hours are being spent and the impact they're having. You'll notice this view uses several items to paint the picture. First, it identifies the subject of the view, me, the employee. From the title, I get a clear idea of what I'm looking at, and there's an interactive filter that's easy to access. Also, the chart is central to the design and can be used to apply additional filters to other items that detail out and supplement the information in the view. So using this as an example, let's reverse engineer it and build this view from the ground up. First, let's create the dashboard view. I'll click New, select an analytic model, and then click Refresh to build the dataset. Now, if you're following along, your model and fields might not look identical to mine, but the design process is the same. So next, I'll start building the view by adding the central chart to the dashboard. To add data, I'll simply drag and drop my fields into the pane. And as you can see, the designer automatically adds my fields to the chart, and I've got 2 bars for each month, one for direct and another for indirect time based on the charge type. To change how the series is displayed, I'll click the Options button and choose the appropriate series type. For this example, I'd like to see a breakout of each charge type in relation to the total hours, so I'll choose Stacked Bar. Next, let's build the items that supplement the data displayed on the chart. In this example, a grid is used to detail the spread of hours across projects, so I'll add columns to illustrate, including one hidden column. Then I'll apply a format rule to narrow the results down to the top 5 projects, and another to bold direct projects based on my hidden column. Lastly, I'll insert a grand total for hours worked. Now, let's add the pie chart from the example. Sometimes it can be helpful to visualize results from different perspectives, and while my chart gives me a breakdown of total hours, the pie brings my utilization percentages more into focus. Okay, next we'll add the cards to display running totals per charge type. I'll add a value for each card and then arrange them in one row. What's great about the designer is that each dashboard item uses the same drag and drop functionality, which makes it really easy to focus on making great visualizations. Finally, let's add the text box used to display the selected employee. Text boxes are really flexible in that I can enter and format plain text or add fields dynamic to the dataset. Now this model features a parameter that lets me select which employee to load, so I'll add the fields to display and then format the text. Once done, I'll uncheck the Edit button. Okay, we've got a good view of our data, but before we wrap up, let's make the dashboard view more interactive. First, let's add the range filter from our example. Range filters can both display chart information and act as a dynamic master filter for the dashboard view. So I'll add a running total of hours as a line chart to the range and configure the range to filter by month. Next, within the selected time frame, I'd like to be able to further filter the data for each month displayed on the main chart. To do so, I'll click the chart and select Multiple Master Filter from the toolbar. Now I can filter the view for each month within the selected range. And to clear, I'll simply click the Clear Filter icon. To wrap up, let's put the finishing touches on our dashboard view by making our titles and captions more meaningful. First, I'll give it a title. Then I'll use the design tools to enter more appropriate names for each dashboard item. For some, I'll simply hide the captions altogether. When I'm done designing, I'll save the view. Once saved, the view can be managed using the Analytic Dashboard's applet and deployed through dashboard groups. So there you have it. Using the designer and some basic design principles, we were able to create a visual, fully interactive dashboard view in just a matter of minutes.